series on product development with Node.js. In this video, we are going to talk about how we can write our controller functions so that we can get all of these service functions actually up and running. So without any further delay, let's just start. So first of all, we need to write our controllers. So just a moment. So what we can do is we can close these two files for the time being. We can go to controllers, and first of all, let's make a new file, airline controller.js. Okay, we can have airline controller here. Now, how can we set up the controllers? It's going to be really very easy. Let's close this pop-up, and we can say, okay, first of all, we are going to write few functions. So I would say const create airline is equals to request comma response, and we are having a create airline function, right? Okay, so what should we do? We need to get the service. So const airline service is equals to require dot slash service slash airline service. Okay, so we have our airline service in place, right? Okay, now to create airline, inside my request parameter, right, this should be a post request. So inside my request dot body, we are going to get the corresponding name parameter. So let's say we are going to pass request dot body. So we can say airline service dot create airline, and this create airline is going to expect request dot body. Okay, we are going to pass request dot body. That is going to be enough, right? And then what we can do is let's see. So we can bind this inside try catch also, right? So let's say try and a catch. Okay, and let's put it inside try catch, and we can say console.log error, right? And we can say res dot status 500 dot json success is false, message something went wrong, and error we can pass as error, or maybe we have just console.log so we can avoid. Okay, cool. Now what we can say is we have got this airline, right? So we can say const airline is equals to, we should have it binded inside await, and this should be an asynchronous function. So asynchronous function is there, and if things went well, then we can say res dot status 200 dot json. Let's copy paste success true, message successfully created airline, right? And inside the data parameter we can have the airline. Okay, now we can say module.exports, and we can export this function create airline. Okay, now what we have to do is we will now go to routes, and let's go to v1 routes. Inside v1 route we'll get this controller. So const airline controller is equals to require controllers airline controller, and whenever we'll say router dot post, we'll get a post request, right, on slash airline. So let's just see the conventions, right? If I show you what conventions we are going to follow, then there's a very good article here, right? Let's just see.
तेरा घ्यायचा खरखरा रहा नहीं मेरा सर्दी खांसी भागा नहीं घ्यायचा खरखरा नाक जाम है.
Just a moment, guys. Let me show you what can be the best links that you can have. Okay. So see, this is a very good article coming up. Just a moment. Okay. So you can see this article here. So you can see if you want to create, you can say /API/movie, right? So in our case, it should be /API/v1/airline, and this should be mapped with airline controller dot create airline. I believe that should be good. Let's just try to run the server. So npx index.js. Okay, so there are some issues. In airline service, I believe there is some issue. So let's just go to airline service. Okay, this function we have not made asynchronous, so let's make it asynchronous. This is also expected to be asynchronous. I believe same issue might be there in flight service also. Yes, so asynchronous, then only we'll be able to use await. Okay, this should be good. And see, the server started successfully. Now the moment of truth. Let's open Postman. Okay, so we have Postman here, right? And let's keep this secret token that we are going to obviously send along with, right? So let's, for the timing, avoid it. /v1/ I would say this is what, airline, post request /API/v1/airline, and in the body parameter we should pass name, and this should be, let's say, Vistara. Okay, so if we try to send the request, okay, one airline is expected to be created successfully. If we open our Mongo Compass and refresh it, so okay, so there is new collection airline. See, airlines collection is there and Vistara is there. Great. So let's try to create some more airlines. So let's say Air India, and then we can also have, let's say, Air Asia, Turkish Airlines, then Etihad, Emirates, okay, and Indigo, SpiceJet, EasyJet. I'm just adding few pointers. Singapore Airlines and Lufthansa, and let's say Go Airways. That should be good. So let's see what data we have populated yet. So if I refresh, see, we have a bunch of airlines with us now. That's working really great. Okay. Now, so we have from our airline service, if I open the airline service, we have create airline with us. Now, if you want to get all airlines, let's write an API to get airline and get all airlines. Okay. So again, we'll come to the, so let's close for the time being this up. So if you want to read, so you can say /API/movie/ID. This is for one read. But if you do /API/movie on a get, it will get all the movies. So for airlines, we can do the same thing. So let's have one more function, const get airline, request from a response. Okay, I'll copy the code from here, paste it here, and this time instead of using create airline, I will say airline service dot get airline, and inside request dot body, so get this is expecting airline name, so request dot body, and this should be a get request, right? So we can say request dot params dot name. Okay, and what we can do is we can return the airline, and this should be good. So let's do get airline, and let's write one more function, get all airlines. get all airlines, we'll say the service function that we have is get all airlines. It does not need any parameter. Okay, it should be airlines, and let's do module.exports here. Get all airline lines. Okay, now we can add some routes. So let's copy, paste. So first of all, we should have a get request. We should have a get request around slash airline slash name, and this should be airline controller dot get airline. And if we have a get request, just a get request on slash airline, it should get all airlines. So get all airlines. Okay, cool. So I guess the server has restarted. Makes sense. So first of all, let's see. If we go to params, let's add a param name, and let's say Vistara, and let's push it above, and we'll pass the secret token also. We don't need the body for the time being, nothing in the body. So if we try to send, okay, it says successfully created airline. That should not be the case. Let's change the logs. Successfully created airline, successfully fetched airline, successfully fetched all airlines. This should be the case. Let's resend the request. Okay, oh sorry, so I did one mistake, I guess. I was again and again sending post request. So I believe Vistara, multiple Vistara is there, is it? Okay, so do we have a validation? Let's check. Do we have a validation in place? Is it getting handled there? So, okay, yes, it is getting handled there. Right, so it is saying that name is required. So let's do one thing. First of all, let's do get, change it to get. And now if we send the request, it says it fetched all airlines. So currently this request is fetching all the airlines. That should not be the case. And why it is happening? Because we are sending name inside query params. Instead, we should send name inside URL param. So this should be Vistara slash Vistara. And if you send successfully fetch the airline, now you are able to successfully fetch the airline. And if you avoid Vistara from here and you send the request, you are able to successfully fetch all the airlines. That's really great. So we are now able to successfully fetch all the airlines corresponding to us. Now let's see if we have a destroy airline. Let's add that controller also. So const, so destroy airline service dot destroy airline. And what does it expect? It expects a name. So let's see. For delete, it should be a delete request in the params. So request dot params dot name. Okay, should be airline successfully deleted airline, and this should be good. Let's do copy. Okay, destroy airline, and then here we can add router dot delete request for slash airline slash name dot destroy airline. And now let's say we try to delete Indigo, right? What's the name that we have here? Is it Indigo? Yes, it's Indigo. So let's try to remove Indigo. If we try to send the request, okay, it should have removed Indigo. We have not changed the logs. Okay, so Indigo is not there. Okay, Indigo is still there. Just let's see what is there any error coming up? So destroy airline is giving some errors. Name airline controller, destroy airline. We come to destroy airline. Okay, Let's see what's the response here. Console.log response. And let's do one more thing. In order to destroy, let's just not send it in URL params. Let's send it in query params. Right, let's send it in query params because the airline name can have spaces and it's everything, right? So request dot query dot name. First of all, this should be the case, and name, let's say Indigo, and successfully deleted. Okay, server started. Let's see if we send. It's trying to fetch all the airlines. Okay, because we are not having delete request, so this should be a delete request. If we send it now, okay, cannot delete API/v1. Let's see what's going on. It says cannot delete. We're not having any logs here, and console.error. Okay, so this is also wrong. We have passed it like this. Okay, now let's try send. Okay, successfully deleted Indigo, and I believe from our records Indigo should be deleted. If you refresh, see there is no Indigo, right? So even the delete API is working perfectly fine. So let's just quickly commit this much. Let's see if we are on the correct branch. Yes, we are. So git add all, git commit -m, added airline controller and routes, and API for airlines is working. Cool. So we have committed this much. That being said, let's just wrap the video here. In the next video, we are going to add our controller for the rest of the, I would say, functionalities, that is for flight, that is the most important. And then we are also going to add the logic for booking and review. That being said, let's just wrap it up here. We are going to meet soon in the next video. Till then, take care guys. Bye-bye and thank you.